Groomers Limited student area. My name's Julie Harris and this is Dolly the Bichon. First thing we're going to talk about is handling. Handling is probably one of the most difficult things that you're going to learn. It'll be something that challenges you on a daily basis. So we're going to talk about difficult dogs. They come in all shapes and sizes. Most people think that a difficult dog is one that bites you. And in all honesty, a difficult dog that bites you is probably the easiest dog that you can deal with because it's solvable. You just pop a muzzle on it. And then they can't bite you anymore. But difficult dogs, as I said, come in all shapes and sizes. We've got Dolly here. She's a lovely little confident dog. But sometimes you get very, very nervous dogs that want to curl up in a ball on your table and you've got to coax them out. One great tip that you can start with when you've got a nervous dog is when you pop them on the table. Okay, we want to make them a little bit of confidence, so we want it to be their idea to get on the table, rather than just coming around and just plonking your dog on the table, which is you very much in charge and makes them feel a bit worried. Try and just remember to take a few seconds and try and make it their idea. So let's look at Dolly. I'm just going to tip her, and can you see how she's popping herself onto the table? So that's her decision to go on the table. So that immediately makes her feel a little bit more confident. Other things that dogs can have problems with is they sit down an awful lot. And what you need to make sure is that your restraints are correct so that your dogs can sit down. Because if they can't sit down, they're going to get a little bit stressed and they're going to worry, and then they're going to move around a lot more. So neck restraints are great, but we need to make sure they're not too tight. Okay, for a bottom to be able to sit down, the head has to come up. So we need to make sure we've got a good inch between our restraints so that the dog can move its head so it can move itself. Because it will just become nervous and it will fight you. Dogs that are a little bit naughty with their toes, a good tip is if you're trying to scissor around this foot and it keeps moving like this, is just pick up the other one. And then when we touch this one, they can't move it. So it's nice and simple, nice and subtle. We don't want to be grabbing hold of feet. Less is always more. So there's a couple of tips for you to start with to get a little bit of confidence with the dogs and be able to cut round feet just a little bit easier.